Trying to find a place around here is impossible. Well, we are the #1 place to live according to the 2024 Globe and Mail survey. The North Shore is a desirable place to live, which means that the cost of living here has grown exponentially.
Well, how did you find a place to live here?
Well, you either got to be really lucky or really, really rich. And I got really lucky in 2019. Condo prices were low. I had really supportive parents to help me with the mortgage.
But didn't our council say that they met their target goal of 95% housing this year? Like, in their report in July, they made 547 new units for market. And they always say that we need more supply on the North Shore. And if we are able to meet our supply, doesn't that mean they should be able to reduce our fine? Affordable housing. When an individual household spends less than 30% of their income on shelter costs. According to a 2021 Statistics Canada census, 33.4% of all households on the city of North Vancouver spend more than 30% of their income on shelter costs. That's frankly unacceptable. The current average rent across all of the North Shore sits around $3,000, and that includes all bedroom sizes. If you were to look for, say, a 1-bedroom apartment, it'd probably go for around $2,600 a month. If you were looking for a 2-bedroom, say you have a fiance, a wife, a girlfriend, boyfriend, a partner of any kind, that would be around $3,400 a month. And considering the need to continually develop our community, which is what our council continually says constantly, I sort of ponder how many below market rentals that we've actually made, or even below market units we've made over the past year, other than the North Shore Neighborhood House. It's this many, it's 0. And I can't seem to find on their website, or in their speeches, or in their talks about any incentives for this below market rentals, whether it's through programs, through policies, through anything at all that shows that we are trying to develop a diverse set of units. Maybe I just don't get it. The city has consistently pushed for mid-market rentals, but these units actually don't count as below markets, which are defined as when you set the rents 30% or below what is the average rental price going for markets. In 2014, the mid-market rental policy was made to secure more housing, but it doesn't really feel like it does. When we actually look at the totality of the policy, it just feels very bare bones and minimum. Let's go through it really quickly. In 2014, the mid-market rental policy was made to secure more rental units for developments that were seeking a density bonus. In accordance to their policy, they made a 10-10-10 strategy, which essentially was 10% of units would be set at 10% below the market rents for 10 years. In 2025, the policy had an additional provision added to it, a title change to now basically be called inclusionary housing, and this new provision was made to secure from stratified developments 2% of all units to be rented at a deep discount in order to diverse the housing portfolio. So if our answer is through this policy of mid-market rentals, can we at least see a bit more proactivity with it? So if our answer to housing affordability is through our mid-market rental programs, I just have one simple question. Why does it only apply to developments that are seeking a density bonus? Shouldn't this policy envelop all developments, regardless of if they're applying for a density bonus or not? Why has the policy mandate for mid-market rentals consistently set at 10% below market value when it comes to rents? If the council had the presence of mind to change the term of the policy, I would assume they would have seen the potential to at least change the amount of units being rented out or the discount of which these units should be priced at. Why aren't we raising the amount of units to 30%, or at least decreasing the rental pricing to at least 30% so these mid-market rentals are now considered below market? And what's the logic behind just 2% for stratified developments? Can't we just make it 10% to make it consistent across all of our policies? At least that seems to be the bare minimum that we are only willing to grasp. So So all I'm asking is that when we are seeking to build more housing, when we're seeking to build more developments, that we ask just ourselves two questions. Who are we building for? And what are we building for? Our goal for our future and current developments is one that should be inclusive to all of North Vancouver, not just for the people who can simply afford to live here.